Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today, and if you're looking at the date, and you follow me, and you know what's going on, you know I'm here today. We're here tonight actually, because that's the only time I can do this. Ladies and gentlemen, happy anniversary. It's been 3 years. We have been on YouTube for 3 years. That's insane. That's insane. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. All of you who have been here from the very beginning, all of you who just shown up, and for those of you who just kind of pass by and go, oh, click, turn it off, I don't care. Thank you very much for making this a reality, guys. It's been a wonderful run. We will be going, obviously, for longer because I'm here back today. And it's just perfect timing that Oraz is out, and we have an Oraz battle here. It's an OU match because I figured I owe that to you guys. I owe you. That's what we're going to say. So... again, thank you very much, guys. I am going to be getting more serious into the Pokemon thing. School is almost done for me for the semester. I'll have a whole month to practice and get back into it. I already have teams planned out. I'm already getting into more VGC stuff. I'm getting into everything. We're going to be making this professional thing again, more semi-professional fun, all that good stuff. I am currently talking through a migraine and about 2.5 hours of sleep, and I've been averaging 4 hours of sleep for the past 2 months. Impressive? No, not really. I haven't been choosing that. I've just, you know, learned how to not sleep through force. It sucks. Anyways, today we have an OU match against a person by the name of Crazo. Now, you have to realize that they have put in everything for Oraz officially. We have Mega Evolutions, the new ones. We have all the new moves and everything like that. So, the tiers and the meta is going to be a little bit strange. And if you're looking at my team, you're going, ProPokeNoob, you sold out. Yes, I did. I went the rain route just because I'm always used to rain. And you guys know by now, when I play OU, no longer am I going to be running a Stunfisk or anything that's just kind of trolly. I'm going to be running semi-serious stuff just so I can actually get content, because it's getting to that point where if I want to upload stuff, it's got to be good stuff. So, just to quickly run through my team, it's a Life Orb Tornadus T, it's a Specially Defensive Damp Rock, Politoed, we have a Clefable. By the way, this thing is like, it's disgusting. Clefable is disgusting at how many hits it can take. Megapert, with the Swift Swim, is going to be running very well on rain teams. Of course, Landorus T is the physically defensive one, I believe. And it's a Scarfed. Yes, a Scarfed Spore Breloom. Catches everybody off guard. I love it. It's done so much work for me. You'll see other battles coming up where it catches people so well. And it actually gives me a really big advantage. So, let's try and break this down a little bit on this 3-year anniversary as I can try and keep my eyes open through the headache. Okay, so, looking at my opponent's team, it looks a little strange, but I do know that Thundurus is going to cause me a little problems, especially if it's the taunt Thunderwave Prankster one, because that's going to actually cripple a lot of my team. The goal is to basically get Mega Swampert in after clearing out Ferrothorn, and I can destroy his whole team. Mega Lopunny is actually not that big of a threat because I have I have Landorus T and I have Clefable. They can both soak up hits fairly well against it just because it can't go for jump kick or high jump kick, and its returns, it will do some damage, but they're both pretty bulky, so it will be able to, you know, absorb the damage. So get rid of Ferrothorn and absorb the hits for Mega Lopunny, and I should be okay. So in the ways of leads, looking at my opponent's team, no matter what he wants to do, if he wants to lead off with the Thundurus or the Empoleon or even Mega Lopunny, I will be able to lead off with the Landorus T, so that I'll be able to get the Intimidate off and nothing will be able to be done. He does lead off with a Mega Lopunny. It's going to go for Fake Out. It's a standard set. Just goes for Fake Out. As you can see, it does very little damage, so I'll be able to stay in, go for Rocks, go for Earthquake, or anything like this. I do kind of make an aggressive player, and I believe I go for nothing. I switch into Clefable because it's the other thing that can take the hit. I just watched this battle and I've already forgot what's going on. He's going to go for the taunt. I know that's going to happen. I'm going to go for the Moonblast. And now here I think he's going to go into Ferrothorn because Ferrothorn would be his natural switch into Clefable because of Gyro Ball or whatever. He is going to actually end up going for Thunderbolt. So looking at that damage, that's good knowledge to know that I can absorb hits from both Mega Lopunny and Thundurus. That's pretty cool. He is going to go for T-Wave though. That is the worst thing you could do to a Magic Guard user because you can't do anything else to it with Toxic or Burn. So unfortunately that is going to happen to me. Now this was a little bit of an oversight on my part because I thought he would switch out into Ferrothorn now. So I go into Breloom predicting the Ferrothorn to come in, and it turns out he's just going to paralyze me, and that really sucks. So I am going to go for the Rock Tomb. Now the cool thing about Rock Tomb in this situation is if he wants to preserve Thundurus, the next thing that come in is going to be at -1 speed. So whether he's going to sack this or not, the next Pokemon is going to be -1 speed, and I do actually end up getting the Mega Lopunny. Now, he doesn't know necessarily that I am Choice Scarf because he has paralyzed me. He's not going to notice it. However, what I do know is he is going to go for the Fake Out to try and break my quote-unquote potential sash. So I'm actually going to switch out into my Clefable just to check to see how much damage this will do, and it ends up doing next to nothing as well. So in case he went for Ice Punch, that's why I also went out with the Clefable, because he might be predicting that type of thing. He's going to go for the return. It does a lot of damage, and luckily I don't get paralyzed. I can go for Soft Boiled. Basically assert my dominance and say, look, I can go for Moonblast if you want to do this. So he can't take that risk. He has to switch out, so I'm going to take this opportunity to go to Landorus Therian, just in case he does want to risk it, and he does. I was very surprised at that, so I could have killed that thing with Moonblast, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, he's going to switch out now into his Ferrothorn as I end up making a double switch into my Breloom. Knowing that he has to switch at some point, I am going to go for the Force Palm, get a crit para, which is pretty nice after he does all this residual damage between Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet. He is going to set up his rocks. Now, the cool thing is, again, if I get rid of Ferrothorn, Megapert is actually pretty set to go. I stay in here, go for Force Palm on the off chance he does want to switch it out in case I get a paralyzed on something. I don't get it on the Volcarona, so I am going to have to switch out into Politoed now, especially defensive. He is going to go for the Quiver Dance. I do have Scald, however, and, I mean, this thing's not going to like taking hits. He does go for the Giga Drain, and I figured this might be a great opportunity for me to go for Encore to try and get something else into this to kill it. So I am going to lock it in, and now I have Tornadus Therian, which is going to be able to spam Hurricanes, which is perfect. He's going to go for the Giga Drain. I can regenerate that off anytime I want. He is going to switch out. He is going to send in the Ferrothorn to die, which means Megapert is set to go. Now, you do have to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that I am still ProPokeNoob, and I make lots and lots of mistakes from here. So he is going to send in Mega Lopunny, and I know it's faster. He's going to go for Fake Out anyways. So I am going to switch out. I believe I go into Clefable again. Yes. No, I go into Breloom to sack it off because it is paralyzed. And you'd think that he would realize by now that maybe this thing isn't Scarf, but this could also just confirm that he's Scarf, which could keep it, or a Focus Sash. It could keep it in his mind, maybe something else is Scarf, but probably not anyways. Now here, after Breloom dies, I go into Mega Swampert. Now, you need to realize that Mega Swampert doesn't get the Swift Swim right away, but he doesn't want to take that hit. He won't be able to kill me with anything. Here's the mistake I make. I go for Waterfall. Now, I don't have to go for Waterfall because everything on his team, except for Gliscor and Thundurus, will get hit really, really hard with an Earthquake, right? I should have gone for Earthquake here. Why would he go into if he went into Thundurus to sack it off? I am going to be faster than next turn. He can't T-Wave me, and he's not going to taunt me. And at the same time, Gliscor wouldn't come in. So, unfortunately, I trick myself here. I do go for the Waterfall, and then I'm going to go for it again because I'm in my own head. I have messed myself up at that point, and he is going to be able to get the Scald Burn off, which really, really, really blows. So I basically lost a really strong sweeper against him. So what I am going to do is just go for the Earthquake to ensure that I am going to kill off the Empoleon. I'm sure whatever Empoleon was here for did its job right now. So I am going to kill off the Empoleon. He is going to send in the Volcarona next. And luckily for me, I do live with a couple of HP, so I will be able to go for a Waterfall, knowing that he most likely will go for a Quiver Dance, knowing he can take a hit. But even so, Burn, that's half. That's not too bad. So I'm okay with that damage. Now here, you have to realize I make the absolute worst mistake. I didn't trust my instincts. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire time I was thinking, okay, go into Politoed. That way I can threaten him with the Scald. His Giga Drain won't kill me. What do? I go into this thing. Oh, I made a mistake. That was terrible because now I've taken Stealth Rock damage for no reason at all. Now I've taken extra Stealth Rock damage, which means that he gets a free Fiery Dance off, putting him at +2. And you're going to see the rest of the game snowball from here. So he's going to kill me off with the Giga Drain, but the good thing is at least the rain is up, so I can go into Tornadus Therian now. But the problem is, now he's going to get a really good Fiery Dance off on me. And I die to my own Hurricane Life Orb Recoil, because at +1, that wouldn't have killed Nimbor with the Life Orb damage. So now I'm in a bad position. Now I have to come up with a plan. I go into Clefable because I can take the other 3 Pokemon. He is going to go for the Taunt. I should have gone for Moonblast here. I make another mistake because I know he's going to go for Taunt. Moonblast would have prevented this Thunderbolt damage from going off, and I would have been in a lot less of a different... I would have been in a different position at the end of this. Let's put it that way. So I do kill off the Thunders. Now, you have to understand, I'm not technically out of this game yet. He has a Gliscor and a Mega Lopunny. Mega Lopunny will die to a Moonblast, no problem, and you already know I can tank the hits. He makes a kind of weird play. I honestly, and this again, he's worried about dying to Clefable's Moonblast. So I would have gone into Mega Lopunny or gone for the Fake Out and then switched into Gliscor. Looking at the damage on Gliscor, it can take a couple of Moonblasts and then threaten me with damage. Now, my plan here is fairly simple. Switch into Landorus Therian. the idea is to get the attack drops on the Gliscor so that I can get Clefable in relatively safely, because the Stealth Rocks won't hurt me. I can go for Soft Boiled, get healed up enough where he can't do that much damage with Earthquake, and then I can set up some Calm Minds, and then hope to God kill off the Gliscor before it gets out of hand. And on top of that, Mega Lopunny will not be able to do much because I can Soft Boil before I kill the Gliscor. So I can set up probably the +4, something like that. Hopefully being able to do that. So he is going to go for the Earthquake. Now, this is a bit of a game that I want to play with him. I don't want to keep switching in and out. He does have Toxic. This is the very stally Substitute, Protect, Toxic Earthquake set on the Gliscor. So I am, unfortunately, going to go for a Stone Edge. And I say unfortunately because that was a crit. Yeah, not looking good. So the idea here is just to get Clefable in safely. Now, I'm hoping I can get more crits to break the sub. Now, I know he's going to go for Protect, so this is the perfect opportunity to switch into Clefable, because this way, I know that I'm going to get up to 26%, and looking at his Earthquake last time, with the -1, I should be able to live it and go for the Soft Boiled. So that's the plan right now. He is going to go for the Earthquake, and lo and behold, my calculations are correct. He doesn't take me down, and I'm going to go for the Soft Boiled. Just kidding, because Hax hates me. This wasn't played on my anniversary, though, so I wasn't completely upset. But I was still pretty pissed off. So I'm going to have to switch out again. Take more Stealth Rock damage on the Landorus T, but I have to get him to -2, because at this point I realize, okay, 20% at -1, at -2, he won't be able to kill me from the amount of HP that I'm going to come in with if I don't switch into an Earthquake. Now I have to play more mind games. So what I'm trying to do now is trick him to go for the Earthquake so that he doesn't actually kill off... No, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to trick him so that I can switch in safely with U-turn. You see that I go for U-turn now? That should have been an indicator that I'm trying to get him in safely, and knowing that he's faster than me, I go for U-turn second, which gets Clefable in safely from the Earthquake. So here he is going to go for the Earthquake again. I believe I go for a Stone Edge here, because I thought that he would try and go for... Oh no, I go for Stealth Rocks just to get some extra damage off of Mega Lopunny. In case he wants to do any switching shenanigans with the Fake Outs, it will ensure that at least I can kill Mega Lopunny from a stock Moonblast, as well as damage Gliscor if he tries to do this stuff. But I mean, it's not making a big difference at this point. It's just to waste the turns, try and trick him to go for an Earthquake so I can go for a U-turn freely. So I am going to go for the Stone Edge there. He does end up going for the Protect. Now, looking at my HP, it's like, okay, I got now or never. I have to go for U-turn. And he ends up going for the Earthquake, thinking I'm going to hard switch, or he's just trying to waste time. Either way, he has nothing better to do, so Earthquake is his best play. But luckily for me, I get to go for the U-turn, and now I can switch into Clefable, take the hit. That is the calculated number. I am calculating this. I can take the hit and go for Soft Boiled this time, okay? So, I'm at -2, -2, -2. I take the hit. Luckily for me, I calculated correctly, and I'm going to go for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oraz, and welcome to year 4 of ProPokeNoob. Oh, God. Oh, if I have to go through another year of this, I may or may not throw my new computer out the window. But that was an excellent match regardless. Crazo, comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. Like I said, a lot more things coming up. I mean it, because I'll actually be off school and I'll be grinding a lot more Pokemon battles. I do have a mini-series planned for December in time for Christmas, so stay tuned for that. But thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for making this possible. Yes, the channel has not grown as much as it did from the year 1 and year 2. You know what, though? I really don't care. Because the fact that I'm still here and the fact that I'm still making at least 8, 5, whatever, 2 people who watch the video all the way through the end, the fact that I'm making them happy is still the reason why I come back and do this. Through all the awkwardness of recording in my house, where people can hear me, I'm doing it for you guys. And that makes me happy. So thank you very much, guys, for supporting this. Also, the streaming thing will be a go soon, when I have some open time. So just watch for a video. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it anymore. I'm just going to put up a video saying, hey, I'm on Steam. Steam? No, I'm not on Steam. I'm on Twitch. I'll be on Twitch, and you guys can come by. We'll do some viewer battles. We'll do some battling on the ladder. We'll have fun with it because, frankly, there's not too many interesting people on Twitch in the ways of Pokemon battling. I find anyways. I find that the personalities are quite dull, and if it is the personality, it's because they're breeding and they're just talking. And that's boring as hell. Why can't we have fun during the battles and just, you know, like, laugh, maybe, once in a while, more than once, with just a simple joke? Like, can we have fun throughout the battles? I don't know. That's just me, though. And I'm a pretty stingy fellow and think I'm the greatest narrator in all the world. Could you blame me? Can you see how successful I am? Anyways, guys, thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Until then, have an excellent day, and peace.